Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
Hey guys, what's up? It's April here with the Phoenix Collective. We are a group of like-minded individuals. We are spiritual warriors, right? We're here to wake up those around us, okay? And this is done purely through our acceptance of our authenticity and that journey that we take to find it. Okay, so as we boldly step into our fears, right, and accept both our light and our dark, then and assimilate them into who we are, because that's what we are, right? With full acceptance, that others around us start to see that, hey, look at that, look at that high frequency over there. Okay, when our frequency elevates, we can attain the life of our dreams, right? We burst onto new timelines, higher timelines, where all of our dreams await us and there's no more resistance. So it's magnetizing to us the life of our dreams. Okay. And it becomes a little catchy kind of virus, because other people are like, what's going on over there? And they want what we have. And we're willing to show them how, right? And that's what spiritual warriors do, right? We accept our mission as we step into our authenticity, and we understand the calling and what we're here to do. We understand that our mirrors, which did not feel like a gift for the longest time, are actually our best weapon, right? And that's just illuminating the path for other people to see who they truly are, so that they may wake up and experience their towers, so that they can start from ground up, much like we did, to build the life of their dreams. Okay, spiritual warriors are here to combat fear and ignorance. You guys, this is the only true enemy that we have on this planet. Okay, and we're really kind of lucky right now, as we head into this golden age of Aquarius and out of Capricorn, that we are no longer in a mindset of fear. Okay, where we pure shame. Okay, pure shaming is when you utilize somebody's shadow side, right, and all kind of gang up on somebody, and really shame them for who they are, and use that as a weapon against them, right, to kind of lead a tyrant of flying monkeys, based off lies. It's kind of like, if I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie Wicked, but it's exactly like that. And I watching that this weekend was like, holy fucking smokes. No, that's some real honesty there. And that just shows you how light workers, those of us that are, that have been following the laws of the universe and doing what we need to do, have kind of our light and our love and light has been used as against us. Okay, because we are good, that people have used that to manipulate to get what they want. And when we stand in our boundaries and firm in our truth, because we will. Okay, spiritual warriors and my light workers, my Lumerian, my star seeds, my Pleiadians, my star trees, all y'all that have budded and bloomed on this planet, that you will stand firm in your boundaries, because that's inherently what's in you. Okay, then it is then bold-faced lies that have been told upon and about you, that have been weaponized, and everybody that wants to jump on board and just go on a witch hunt because they believe that being part of that group makes them powerful, or they're afraid, or they don't understand that there is an alternative way. Okay, and we are, those in the Phoenix Collective, are illuminating this other path. Okay, this path that comes straight from the heart space of love and light, and waking people up, with kindness and true unconditional love. We are unconditional love. All right, so welcome all of you that are watching this, and those of you that are already in the Phoenix Collective, and those of you that are interested. You're all welcome aboard. to come and start your journey with me to self-ascension and self-actualization, okay? Let's see what the cards have in store for us today in the past position. I got the Ace of Cups, which is awesome. Okay, Ace is the one, and it always represents new beginnings. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is I am ready to express all the emotions that life presents me with. Okay, so a seed is being planted, a seed of true emotional like openness into a spiritual awakening. Okay, and this is calling upon us to learn to trust that and to not be afraid anymore. We don't no longer, since we are in this Aquarian time, we don't have to cloak our energy and be small to survive. Okay, and this is much of what we have been doing in the past in order to survive in the sea of flying monkeys, right? That people, if they can see your heart and they can see your true power and vibration, that they will attack it, because our light irritates demons, okay? And by us standing in our truth of what is right always, they don't like that. People don't like that are on the opposite path of that, okay? And so their shadows will reject our light. And that's only because the truth scares them and they're not ready for it. So we have to understand that that was necessary in the past, all right, and accept that fully. All right, that we were meant, as uncomfortable and as much as like, because I'm always like, why do I get the superpowers that are not cool? Like I used to feel that way about being a luminary, okay, about my power, my gift of illumination, all right, which was to hold that mirror up for people to see who they truly were. And guess who gets taken advantage of for that? You and me, right? Those here on the Phoenix Collective, those who this message is for today. So if this card, the Ace of Cups, resonates with you, this reading is for you. Hey, but if not, please stay on board for the journey of this reading, because you can learn some cool new shit and you can start your journey too, okay? So we are mirrors, and we are very much in our emotions, sometimes good, sometimes bad, because we are both light and dark. And our reactions to the reactions of those that are now witnessing themselves can be very steadfast, because we are very much, we don't back down from what we believe in, right? Integrity we've always led with. Okay, and when we see something that's not fair or unjust, we will speak on it. And this has been weaponized against us in the past, and we no longer have to be afraid of that. We're finding that our shadow side, which was the things in the past that were projected onto us as bad, right? Being in addictions or struggle or poverty or just speaking our truth, all of those things that society, like those of us that were abused or in victim mode, or all of those things in the past had been looked upon as a low socioeconomic problem, right? To be judged and fearful of, and to suppress and hide, especially in families, right? We don't want to talk about those things, right? Because we can't let the rest of the community know these things, because they will take us down. We don't have to be fearful of that. We now realize that our greatest weaknesses are our greatest strength, and that there's empowerment in speaking about it, because these are real issues, and without experiences we fail to relate, and that there has to be purpose in our struggles. Otherwise, God wouldn't have given those to us. He wanted us. We came here with purpose, and full acceptance of these challenges. And everybody that came up against us was divine. That was divine. All of our karmics, all of the people in our lives that we may have at one point rolled up in a victim ball and were like, why me, why me? But we don't give them power anymore. No, we thank them. Fuck yeah. I love my karmics. They gave me power. Okay? They lifted my vibration, because with my Phoenix, adopting the Phoenix archetype and realizing that was just burning me down, burning down. The phoenix burns itself in its own pyre, its own funeral bed, down to its finest states, and then rises up from those lessons, each and every one of them, stronger. So I am like so thankful. All right. But we also learned to let go of the things that no longer serve us, people, places, and to call in our own power, right? I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more. Yes. All right. So learn to trust this now, as we're uncloaking this ability to tap into our emotions and embrace them. Learn to trust it and follow it. Like, God has put us through all these tests and put all these people in front of us, so we now know how to recognize the masks, right? We have that ability to unmask people instantly. Okay, I can see through every mask now. No longer intentions from other people. I can see them and love them for them when I see them instantly. I can see the personas that they wear. Those are coping mechanisms, because that's our ego. Our ego wants to protect us. It just wants to say, oh, no, no, no. Don't expose that. Be safe. Stay safe. Okay? But we can let go of that. And we can recognize those in others with full unconditional love and acceptance, and understand that where they are in their journey and that they still need that mask to feel safe. And that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter where you are on this journey, as long as you are evolving as a human. Okay? Right? Change is inevitable. Growth is a choice. Let's move into the present time with the cards and see what's going on right now in the collective. All right. Looks like we're moving into our Queen of Pentacles energy. And this is a real connection to the earth, Gaia. Okay. And for me, I'm instantly feeling like understanding that, okay, we understand that energy doesn't just go away. Our interactions with others, the feelings that we emit, situations, until they're resolved, they'll just hang out, right? And that energy doesn't go away. But there's real power, and those I feel like those in that Ace of Pentacles energy, those who this message is for today, have really stepped into their Queen of Pentacles energy and understand the power of transmutation. Okay, so when we can transmute any struggle or anything that arises throughout our day, we can give that to Mother Earth, push it down into her. Okay, we've lost this connection to the earth, as you know, like all the esoteric and metaphysical, the world has been suppressed with religion. That was stripped away from us, okay? But the veil is thinner now. And as we're in this Aquarian energy, we're calling back in that relationship we have with the earth around us. And we understand that that's what the earth is for. We can push that down into her, and she will take that from us, and she will transmute it for us, right? And we can take these shadows that have been weaponized against us and change them into beauty and like enthusiasm and just action, right? They now burst from us with change, because we're utilizing them as our greatest strengths. Okay, so we have that power. It's alchemy, and it's very much magician manifestation energy, but that's also that Phoenix archetype, right, of taking it down to its finest state and utilizing it for growth and change. All right, and we're in a real time, a real powerful time of manifestation right now if you're in this energy. All right, so that everything that's so being very mindful of our thoughts and what comes into our energy, we are understanding that this is from the subconscious, and they are divinely gifted to us as kind of aha moments to plant seeds, right? That Ace of Cups seeds, that new beginning of abundance and prosperity for us, okay? Because we've accepted our divine purpose. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles nurtures herself, because she understands that unless she is loving herself, she can't love those around her. It's not possible. Okay. I always say, if you don't love yourself, you have really no right to be in a relationship, or because what you're doing is that you're siphoning somebody else's energy and bringing them down, right? Because you're expecting them to fill those holes. Okay, so we're letting go of expectations in others and just allowing them to be them and who they are naturally, and loving them unconditionally for those being themselves, right? Because all we own our own power, and we can meet our own expectations in ourselves, so we don't need that from others. So it gives us that ability to love fully and honestly, and without motivation, or trying to climb that human ladder and play that sick sad human game shit of taking other people's strengths and weaponizing them against them, or utilizing them for their own. Okay, there's more of that wicked energy, right, of them like changing all the monkeys into flying monkeys, right? Because they utilized her love against her. Okay, so we now don't do that. We can see the mask, we see the intention, so that Oz has no power. He has no power, because we could see other people's motives, right? And that their human game, and we realize that we are not going to be using our power and giving that away to others for their intent, and then allowing them to come and villainizing us. We are no longer the villain in anyone else's story. Okay, we have stepped fully into our own self-actualization, which might sound really selfish, but it's not. We are only able to give to the world once we have fully healed ourselves, okay? Or at least are on that journey of healing. It's never done, okay? Shadows are always going to emerge, because they never go away. They are always a part of us, okay? We just have to understand how to integrate them into the light and recognize them when we see them, so that they're not bubbling up as triggers, okay? All right, that we're utilizing them in a way that gives power and strength. So we've got this Queen of Pentacles energy, and she is all earth energy, so that she's very stable and she's very secure. She's the house you want to go home to Christmas to, right? She's the place that you long for when the world around you is icky. You just want to be at her house. And that's the person that I'm talking to today. You have that energy. You make people around you feel safe. Okay? And you instill them with that unconditional love, because you have it for yourself. It's a very slow energy. It's nothing that is too rushed. It just is. All right? So you are coming into self, very stable, and your connection with the earth and those around you is very balanced, and in a real stable place that is able to like have that Libran scale of balance. Okay, it's not being misused, because it's not allowed to be misused. You're in your own power. All right, so um let's see what this is telling us about the future. Okay, so these are some very distinct personalities and a distinct timing for us, okay, that we are very much stepping into that full self ascension. Okay, so let me shuffle some cards and see what's going on in the future. All right, so in the future, the first card I pulled was, or is, the death card, and the first thing channeled from spirit, the first thing that I got, it said was, rejection is for your protection. Okay, so we are definitely in a time where it can be a mourning period, right? Because we've had to let go of a lot of people and a lot of things, and we're seeing the truths of the situation. So we're okay with this change. Okay, I'm feeling very much an energy of like being proud of ourselves, for like the honesty in the way that we perceive the world now. Okay, because we see it for what it is, without a mindset of like, I'm gonna get them, they did this and they did that. There's none of those lower qualities and lower vibrations that emit to us when we see these personas for what they are. We're thankful, and we can assign meaning to all of that. Okay, so we feel nothing but love for those, even those that have harmed us. Okay, because we understand that those were karmic in nature, and they were all divinely guided and gifted. Okay, so rejection is for our protection. So anything that falls, anything that we are trying to attain, and we hit a wall, we're okay. Okay, because we fully know that the highest of all, that is God, our higher self, and our ancestors, and those guiding us on that path. We have full faith in them to lead us where we need to go. Okay, because they believe in us, and we have been gifted these opportunities because of this. Okay, we have been recognized for our character and our strength and our abilities, and our vibration is so high that it can be seen from all of fucking space at this point. Okay, and we're magnetizing. Our magnetic pull is so strong that anything that's not in that vibration is bing bing bing, just being hurled out of it. Okay, nothing that's been created on these lower timelines. Okay, so you guys, you have to understand, all right, that all of these people from our past that were siphoning our energy and coming after us, they were coming after somebody on a lower timeline. Okay, we have since now, and on that timeline, yeah, we were headed for greatness, right? Because of our character and our strength and who we were, and that's the light that they saw, even though we were cloaking it or trying to cloak it, or that cloak was keeping us down at a lower timeline, and that too was for our protection. Okay, because they were siphoning us on that lower timeline. But now that we have just entered a new time, and we are on our highest timeline, that they can't even tap into this timeline. And now we're meant to be seen, like before, maybe we were supposed to be great leaders. Now we're being meant to be shared to the world. Look at this, you guys, okay? Like, look at the subconscious card. The world. The world paired with justice. And I was talking about that Libra and fair, the scales in balance. All right, so this is the underlying kind of tattletale message, is that we are meant for greatness. So the death of the old is for our protection. All right, and then clarifying on that, I got the 3 of Wands, which is my actions today create tomorrow's future. And we know this. Okay, so we need to stay in our integrity because there's blessings on the way. All right, and even though we might be a little sad or sometimes wonder why, it doesn't matter anymore. We know, and we have full faith, and we're comfortable right where we are, and that's the beauty. Okay, so manifestation, it's impossible to manifest when you're really stuck in the future or trying to force things to happen. Anytime you're trying to force a narrative through like magic or controlling somebody else's lives or hate speech or any of those nefarious ways, you are not in the here and now. You are very much in a controlled state, and it makes manifestation impossible. But by owning your present time and knowing, being in that energy of knowing that all is well and that you are divinely guided, is what's making all of this manifestation possible. So stay in this energy. All right, stay in that place of being comfortable right where you are. Okay, because as my dad used to say to me, slow down, little girl. You're right where you need to be. Okay, and anytime my dad has come down from the 5D to visit me, and he's come to visit me in some really fucking wrong places, like I'd be in when I was in jail. All right, he showed up to tell me. He knelt in front of me. I'll never forget this. I felt the waves of the energy as he came down to me. And he knelt in front of me. He had beautiful black wings, and he looked like a vato, right? He had kind of slick back hair. It was funny, but it was my daddy. And he knelt in front of me, and he put his head on my shoulder, and we didn't use words. We talked telepathically, but that's the message he had for me: is you're right where you need to be, little girl. You're right where you need to be. So everything in our past was where we were supposed to be to arrive right here at this moment. Okay? And I'm just the energy of new is overwhelming. So stay in this place of complete contentment, knowing that where you're headed, the death of the old, because you're brand new. You're brand new. You're in a brand new energy that's going to be shared with the world. Okay? And it's going to be just, fair, and balanced. Because you own that energy. I love all of you guys so much. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Love and light. And once again, I'm going to ask you to be kind to yourself, okay? But be kinder to those around you, right? We're all suffering the human condition together, right? And we're all on different phases of this. All right? Love and light.